On a side note, there's another ass out there just trashing you and me and old Jimmy Norton.
Yeah.
Because they don't get sarcasm. Some dude that does like, I don't know, he wrote about tech stuff. And
the gaming thing, I think. A gaming magazine.
Oh, it was in the gaming magazine, G3, right?
I don't know if it's, I think it's just a website. I don't even think it's a magazine.
This guy's all pissed off because they exaggerate how big the Sirius units are. It's a known fact they are bigger than the XM units.
Jerk off
by a really lot.
Upset. But what a fucking jerk off.
This guy doesn't get exaggerated humor.
And the guy is such a dweeb.
So he trashed us bad in this article.
Really? What did he say?
I don't know.
So we suck. Something about being, what the hell were we, racist?
Oh, there we go.
Of course we are. And then he called Jimmy bad names and stuff.
Aw.
I don't have the article.
Fucking faggot.
Yeah, can someone find that article and highlight the good stuff?
Oh, here's the bottom line. Can they turn that down? Fucking Christ already.
Eric's not really with us today. Eric, you're a little behind today. I just want to acknowledge that. I don't know why we need to talk over the Top Gun music for 20 minutes.
Fucking the bit's over. We moved on. Right. Reading news stories.
Quieter on a carrier deck.
Bum, 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 bum. Right?
We don't have it in front of us, Eric? All right, we'll get a copy.
Oh, I'd like to bite his fucking face. I don't care if he doesn't like the fact we trash Sirius.
Yeah.
But then here we go. Here's where the political and the fucking social beliefs ideology creeps into humor. Got to get upset that we're racist and probably sexist. Whoever you are.
That's pretty much it. Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. Why don't you just be honest about what your agenda is? You don't like what we make fun of.
His agenda was also, I guess, being a Stern fan.
Well, that's fine.
And he didn't want the Sirius units to be goofed on.
Just let him be honest about it. I like Howard. I think these guys suck. All right. Just be honest. There's nothing that makes me sicker than when somebody hides behind something else.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, if you're a Stern fan, just say that's where you are and come from that honest point of view. It's fine. We're not afraid of that.
Douchebag.
I don't like when they make racial humor.
Beyond AM, beyond FM, it's XM satellite radio.
Does he write that many of his best friends are African/American? Many of my best friends are African/American. I don't say black because I'm elitist and white, and black is an ugly word to me deep down, and I'm afraid if I say it, it will show how intellectually superior I really think I am. Shithead. Black's an ugly little word for you, is it?
All right, we'll move on. They'll find the article. We'll go back.
Where's that article, Hawk, for Pete's sake?
Just picture Elo walking around in like a general's uniform, like a military uniform. If XM has something to do with the Army like that, see him all walking around. His helmet haircut. Looking like he took a shot to the head.
Pick up your fucking Pete Rose wig.
like he took a mortar round to the skull.
Hardcore analyst, Todd Hargosh.
Hargosh. And this is just a web-based thing? This isn't a print magazine or anything. This is just some web-based... He does an article, and I guess it's usually about gaming technology and shit like that.
Archaic and huge egos.
Oh, he's a Don and Mike fan.
Nah, whatever. All right, so he's talking about... I guess he was I don't get this. Is he a fan of Sirius or XM?
He's a fan of cock. And black cock.
I guess he was going to the electronics show.
Ugh, was he?
And, and decided he was going to subscribe to XM. Sure. He's a loyal listener to Sirius. Been happy with their service, but he does have some issues. So he wanted to try out XM.
All right.
So the week before, he found a great deal on an XM dealer site, which offered the MiFi Lite rather than paying $300 for MiFi.
Can I back you up a little? Oh, you are going there. I'm sorry. Keep going, Anthony. Sorry. Because this paragraph just shows you what kind of person he is, what he got excited about as far as XM goes.
Yeah. He bought the MiFi portable unit, battery, AC charge. The total cost only $100 plus activation. He got home from E3. He added additional parts to complete the XM experience. He got the specially designed car antenna, the home kit. It still was a far cry from the original cost of the full kit, so I guess he was happy with the price. Needless to say, my first impressions of XM were high. I noticed far less repetition in the music channels, and much to my delight, there were stations that played songs that I have never heard in over 20 years. Add in a station called Cinemagic, which played nothing but movie soundtracks, and I was in heaven. The fact that Cinemagic played mostly Star Wars music in honor of the release of Episode 3 was a big plus.
So this guy
this guy's not a fan?
This guy's an uber nerd.
He's more than a nerd. He enjoyed Star Wars music on the radio.
Yeah.
That should come with a man's hand on the back of your head, you fucking jerk-off.
How could he not be a fan of this show when he's such a big geek?
Hey, bam, ba, ba.
And then, here we go.
Todd Hargosh.
But when I checked XM's talk stations, it was a completely different story. In particular, my problems concentrated on two individuals, Greg Opie Hughes and Anthony Cumia.
What a douche.
Spelled Cumia.
Cumia. Now, I have followed these two back in 2000 when they arrived on WJFK as part of a syndication deal that also allowed Don and Mike to broadcast on New York station WNEW. Sure, the program had its moments, but most of it was unbearable and made even worse whenever I heard their associate, a bald-headed, big-mouth bigot named Jim Norton, shoot off his mouth.
Why do I have to be a bigot? I'm a big mouth. I am a bald zero. But why do I have to be a bigot? Because I do racial
I
humor?
didn't know we were working with Archie Bunker.
Oh, it's just
bigot.
It's just awful.
It turned out that I was not the only one
probably
appalled
baiting a
by
spook.
these three. As JFK, and here we go, as JFK's afternoon drive ratings went from first during Don and Mike's era to 17th.
He put an exclamation point, too, to really drive his gaming point home.
Yeah. How about
He
we
failed to mention
were
that.
doing very well during our tenure on JFK, and we would have still been there had we not been fired for the St. Pat's thing, unlike Don and Mike, who were thrown out of New York because their ratings stunk
Weren't
so
they doing
bad.
a
And Philly and Buffalo and many
Right.
other markets.
Yeah.
And the fact is, this guy, you go back to being honest, the fact is the show was still number one men 18 to 49.
Of course.
That's the only reason that Anthony and I were in business on commercial radio. They didn't give a fuck about overall ratings. They didn't give a fuck about
And of course-
women. They didn't give a fuck about young men. It was all about men 18 to 49, and we were number one.
And then you
that
jump
was
into
the money
a market.
demo.
You jump into a market where a show's been there forever, and been number one forever, and then you displace them and jump in. Of course, it's going to be a slow build, but it was a lot faster than Don and Mike's in New York. That's for sure. Why don't you mention what they went from?
And they weren't number one men 18 to 49 in
Nope.
New York.
No.
Todd.
We're trying to get him on the phone, so I guarantee he won't call back, but let's see if he does.
But on XM, they're much worse. Their constant obsession with attacking Howard Stern is one thing. I'll get to that later.
Will he?
Obsession? How about it's just, how about it's repression? How about that fucking asshole Howard kept us quiet for 4 years, whatever, that we were over there, by running to the boss and crying so we couldn't talk about him. So how about we're just getting it off our chest now, Todd?
And the
Why don't
reality
you mention
is,
that?
we don't spend that much time on Howard. It comes up from time to time.
Of course it does.
We slap him around a bit.
We have a little fun with it.
Yeah, we slap him around a bit, and then we move on.
Yep.
And he's got a little picture. It's got like a little gun, and it's got Anthony and the Opie, the caricatures, and he has bullet holes in them, and it's called Todd's Firing Line.
Yeah, and it's got a picture of him next
Wow, with an ironic look on his face, like, you don't
Yeah.
want to get in my firing line,
to...
guys.
That's right. Look out.
We don't know what to do about this
Look
one.
out.
Oh, this guy is a jizzbag. Todd Hargosh.
Yeah.
We have to give out his website, of course, so people can go check him out. I
It's,
think he's terrific.
on the gaming site. You find him. GameIndustry.com.
GameIndustry.com/Hargosh.
I'll give him a plug. I think they'll get a couple of hits today.
Yeah, I hope you guys check him out. And by the way, it says here, Todd's other interests include blah, 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 and you can tell him exactly what you think of his reviews, or just send him a note to reviews@GameIndustry.com.
There you go.
That's reviews@GameIndustry.com. You may want to enjoy his reviews.
One thing really got me irked is their current assault on the media.
Did he really write irked?
Irked, dude. Dude, if you're irked because of the assault on the media, and I'm speculating here, but I assume this, because you actually think you're part of the media, then I kind of feel sorry for you. You're a blog. You're one of many people writing on a website that no one knows about. please. This guy probably actually thinks he's part of the media. Basically, what happens is a member of O&A's cult sneak up behind field reporters, hold up posters of O&A, and yell out stuff like, Opie and Anthony, XM Radio.
My God,
Wow.
that's awful.
These attacks would occur at the most inappropriate settings, one of which actually took place when a reporter was covering a rape scene. For crying out loud!
And it's probably what she did.
You're right, Seth.
The reporter was covering a rape scene for panties around the ankles and a punch to the face. He was covering...
That's terrific.
That's
terrific.
He was covering a rape scene for short skirt and high heels that she shouldn't have went out with.
Jesus.
Way to word it, stupid.
Reporter, covering a rape scene.
And they were reporting it because they were so concerned.
Yes.
Shut up.
For worrying about AIDS the rest of your life out loud.
Oh, that's funny.
No one...
Oh, and then the reporter was covering a rape scene for spouse that can no longer look her in the eye because he subconsciously thinks she's dirty.
Oh. Shame, 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 shame on you.
Wow.
You made Kelsey fall down again, Jimmy.
Kelsey.
Jesus.
Well, all right. I was just being a bigot.
Here's a good example of him doing his research. No one was affected more in the assault on the media than Anthony Chien. That's right.
Oh, you douche.
Arthur Dickbag. Anthony Chien.
Oh,
God,
That's
people
right.
can't get over the fact that we got a reporter fired.
oh
I love it.
It's amazing.
I absolutely love it. Because he was stupid enough to turn around and start cursing on live TV. It's our problem. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Two guys came up behind him. You know the story. Said Opie and Anthony, XM Radio. Chien turned around and yells, "What the fuck is your problem, man?" Little did he know the program was still live, and as a result, Chien was fired.
No, he knew the program was still live.
yes, he did.
He didn't even pause.
And then he just goes up. Granted, reporters are supposed to be professional and not snap out in the way Chien did. Who, Anthony Chien, you idiot? But still, when someone's pressured like that, reacting is in that way is understandable.
Another jerk-off justifying and over-explaining Arthur Chien's behavior instead of just letting him, as an adult, take responsibility for his
that big oops.
potty mouth. Another
Potty mouth.
jerk-off.
But what makes me really mad at
Oh,
these
you didn't
two,
get that. This is pretty good,
Oh,
though.
what's that?
In my opinion, Opie and Anthony should take some responsibility for these actions. There is the right and wrong way to get attention. I know by writing this, I'm helping them out.
Oh, believe me, we are helping you.
Who
This
we-
is a case where we, sir, are assisting you. How many people read this guy's whatever it is?
Reviews at GameIndustry.com.
Yeah, there you go.
Maybe you're a new fan of this guy's column. Maybe you agree with what he's saying. Feel free to write him and tell him that you agree.
All right, continue, Ed. Sorry.
But what makes me really mad at these two are the way they make blatant lies about Sirius. Recently, Sirius unveiled their Sportster Replay, a follow-up to their top-selling tuner. The replay features buffer memory that allows at least 44 minutes of replay capability.
Wow! Wow! Wow!
Okay, terrific.
Did you see the box? It says listen for almost 45 minutes.
I know, that's
You
what...
see, upsell a little. Shithead, you made our point, stupid.
He even couldn't go with it because he had to write at least to
At
confuse
least.
you a little bit.
44 minutes. You
Or
could get
is it-
upwards of 46, maybe.
Or is it 45:30?
Oh, God, that is
dick.
funny.
And by the way, the line I used at CES was congratulations, they just reinvented the tape recorder, which was an accurate line. That
Yeah.
wasn't slamming it. You silly goose.
However, Opie and Anthony, in their not-so-divine wisdom, ridicule the replay, comparing it with, of all things, the MiFi, a completely different model. Yeah, a better model.
Yeah, one is portable and one isn't.
Right. It's different because it's better.
One you can listen to live, one you can't. You're right. Different model.
Why are you comparing this Ferrari to this Rambler? Well, exactly. The guy is making our point.
And
Don't compare it with something really good that people enjoy that has hours of replay capability. Oh.
And then he goes, why? Because it stores 5 hours of music for portable use. This is the MiFi.
Yeah.
And also because O&A would do anything to bring Sirius down.
Right.
No, you ass. We know Sirius is going to survive. Jesus.
But just that a grown man would write, do anything to bring Sirius down, and then put an exclamation point at the end. You really should have your writing hand smashed with a mallet. You're not a good writer. You're not a good writer.
This guy's awful. Anyone who follows satellite radio market like I do knows the real competition for the Sportster replay is XM's Delphi Sky-Fi 2. And in that comparison, the Sportster replay is 44 minutes and easier to read display. Yeah, no shit easy to read because it's a big screen like a plasma television on your windshield.
They actually have one mounted on 42nd Street in Times Square, and it has a stock ticker running across it. You asshole. Todd, oh gosh.
See, Todd, it's really big. That's what we're getting at.
Yeah.
It's really big.
Todd, oh gosh.
It's really big.
I've seen these things on the friggin' windshields. Have you seen them?
Yeah, you can see the display, but you can't see the
Hold
road.
on.
Yeah, you can't see the goddamn road.
You have to sacrifice.
Uh-oh.
What happened?
Hawk's
I don't
yelling
know.
at
What,
Jimmy.
Eric, what?
Hawk is yelling at Jimmy.
No, I just said just
Shut
move
up.
back a little bit. He's distorting, that's all.
He was distracted because he was whispering.
No, when he was yelling.
Thanks,
Jimmy,
Eric.
you talk into that mic any goddamn way you want.
Right, Hawk. How do I sound?
No, he's fine. He's right. I'll just sit back here.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Now Jimmy's out of the program.
Now he's all self-conscious.
Jimmy's now outside the door.
Oh, I bet you Todd Hargosh is happy the bigot has been quiet.
Right.
By our
Shut
own
up,
people.
you bigot.
I guess Hawk doesn't like what he's hearing from you.
That's
What are you,
right.
pals with old Todd there, Hawk?
Yeah.
Oh, really? We really thought you were.
Yeah. Not at all. Way to go with the bit, Hawk. Jesus, what are you, an Islamic terrorist? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Not at all,
I
guys.
think you have your facts wrong, sir.
I certainly am not, for Pete's sake. And you can't compare, and this guy is right about the two things. You can't compare. It's like comparing apples and refrigerator boxes. Todd Hargosh is a bag of jizz.
But the bigger lie that gets to me more than anything, boy, everything progressively gets to him more
I
and
know.
more.
Except Star Wars music. He loves hearing that pumped out
Loves
through the
it.
speakers.
That calms him.
Faggot.
Is how Opie and Anthony refer to Sirius radios as archaic and huge. This is complete Bravo Sierra.
That was his big point, and I guarantee most people that read that said, what does that mean?
This is complete Bravo Sierra.
Please tell me. Please tell me what Bravo Sierra
I
means.
really-
It's in
I really
parentheses.
don't know.
It is in
you really know what it is, Ed?
yes.
You know what Bravo Sierra means?
You know how they talk Alpha, Bravo,
Yeah.
right? Tango,
Sure.
things like
Tango and Cash.
Bravo
Please,
Sierra.
please, if there now, let me just cut you off and put. If you tell me that this is kind of a thing for BS, like bullshit, I will throw coffee at you just because you're the messenger.
No, don't throw it up.
I got my coffee
No, don't
ready.
throw coffee
Lift
at
your
me.
coffee up, Jimmy.
No, don't
Give
throw
him
it
a
at me.
If you
splashing.
tell me that Todd is actually writing Bravo Sierra as a way to say bullshit on his non-profanity internet site, I'll throw up into the microphone.
That is complete Bravo Sierra.
Well, I don't mean to be such a bigot, but this guy is a real nutty lover. This guy.
Oh.
Wow. It's BS. Oh.
Yeah.
Dude, you're a grown man.
Yeah.
How do you write Bravo Sierra as a little thing for... As a man, how do you do that?
Yeah.
I am appalled.
I'm more appalled that Anthony knows what Bravo Sierra means.
Well, Anthony's just a genius.
Forget Aristotle and fuck Socrates. Here comes Professor Anthony.
This guy's obviously a real Charlie sucker.
I like the way we're copying out on the last word.
Yeah,
Like
I know.
You're using sucker for sucker.
Sucker. Well, I could have said Sierra. Using his.
All right, go ahead, Anthony.
I hope this guy has sex with someone and gets apples. Why would he wish fruit on me? I don't even like fruit. Fucking literal idiot.
I own both a MiFi and a Sportster replay.
Of course you do.
And aside from form factor and overall function, they're the exact same size. Sirius smaller radio, the
Smallest
Star
radio,
Mate,
yeah.
smallest,
Sorry.
is identical in form factor and size to XM's Roadie 2. But then again, what do you expect from a couple of Howard Stern ripoffs who are in XM's back pocket?
Ding, ding, ding.
We're in
There
the
we
back
go.
pocket.
The Howard Stern angle. Can I just interject how ironic it is? Once again, that a guy, again, this is what a liar this guy is. It's like, I'm a bigot. All of the racial stuff that Howard has done in his show, which is fine, and I'm all for that.
He's got a colored lady over there, so he gets away with it.
But do you understand? And then to point out
A black lady in a Dunkin' booth.
that you guys are wrong to have
In a Dunkin' booth?
a Dunkin' booth. Yeah, you're right. Dunkin' booth.
Dunkin'?
That was awful. You're right. I didn't
All right.
catch it.
Jesus. I'm sweating again.
But to have an assault on the media as being wrong, again, I'd like to know why you're not writing, and I mentioned this point, but why aren't you writing about how he played footage of somebody doing a prank call over a murder at El Al Airlines about Artie Lang? Or how about you're not talking about someone making saying that they were in the burning towers on a terrorist attack in 1993? And again, I'm obviously not a Stern fan, but he should have played those calls. But if you're going to criticize one, how do you disingenuously not criticize the other? That's what bugs me. There's these scumbags like this who are just fucking agenda-driven liars. Be a man, faggot, and just say what you want to say without hiding behind it's a tech thing.
Yeah.
Just say what it is you want to say, man. Holy shit.
I don't think Sirius has anything to fear from these two blowhards. What is this guy? Someone's grandpa? Blowhards, why you?
Are we full of bunk?
You're full of bunk, mister.
Yeah, for Pete's sake, that's Bravo Sierra.
He talks about...
My mother likes a blue car and her muffin.
Well, you could fast forward to the end of the article, because...
Yeah. Well, earlier this month, Infinity Broadcasting turned New York's oldie station into a format known as Jack, which acts like an iPod Shuffle on crack. You know how funny anything with the anything on crack is. It's like an iPod Shuffle on crack.
What have we got here? Fucking comedian.
In the same vein, let me say, this guy is the writer from hell.
One of the DJs that lost his job in New York was a legend, Bruce Morrow, also known as Cousin Brucey. It was a travesty so atrocious, even a New York state senator demanded someone hire Cousin Brucey since he was such a staple to the Big Apple. That just isn't true. He's like anybody else that has a kind of a history in radio. That's about it. You don't have a shitload of listeners anymore, that's for sure. A few old people that like oldies were upset.
But the guy that was introing the records got fired.
Well, Sirius
All the guy
responded as they added Morrow to their camp. Like that's a big thing for the nation. Like that's a big thing for the United States of America, a national radio company.
And that's the difference between the two companies. XM took a peek at Cousin Brucey and said, you know what, it's going to cost too much money, and in a couple months, no one's going to care anymore. And then you're stuck with the bill.
They also
XM is doing things a little smarter.
Yeah, they're worried about getting factory install deals and making units that you don't fucking strain your back picking up, not hiring some fucking... Oh, Cousin Brucey is fine, but that fucking awful Martha Stewart, $7 million a year?
And just hemorrhaging cash... picking up these talent that gets maybe a blurb in the paper, and they're just hemorrhaging cash with things like getting Cousin Brucey and the Radio Margaritaville he's crowing about here, the Jimmy Buffett channel. He goes, while I'm not a parrot head per se.
He's 75 years old.
It may surprise many of my readers that I do enjoy listening to Buffett. And I've been impressed with the station so far.
Now, what would surprise your readers is if you actually liked pussy.
Right.
That's what would surprise your readers.
What a complete tool this guy is. He's posing in his bio pictures with chicks, and he just looks like the biggest red-headed douchebag geek I've ever seen.
Todd Hargosh.
Hargosh.
I don't want to be in Todd's firing line. Uh-oh.
Catching his Bravo Sierra. Bravo, Sierra.
How did you see that jerk?
What an ass.
What a complete ass.
What a complete ass.
Did you read the end of it, by the way? Did you have to finish it up? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I want to get
It gets
to.
really good.
Oh, one thing for sure.
Mhm.
Sirius is nowhere near archaic, but they definitely are huge with their aspirations. Wow, he got me there. I thought he was agreeing, and then all of a sudden, with their aspirations.
This guy is good at sucking a cock. I have been shamed by wanting to fuck Todd Hargosh's mother in the mouth.
With their aspirations, such events will continue until that glorious moment on New Year's Day 2006, the day Howard Stern makes his long-awaited satellite radio debut. By the way, I believe that's a Sunday or something.
Yeah.
It's not a...
Silly goose.
I think you'd have to wait another day.
So it's either... okay.
Currently listening to, he says what he's currently listening to, Radio Margaritaville. And Fred on XM. Definitely not listening to High Voltage. With your pals Opie and Anthony.
Thank God he's not listening.
And
to this
Most
program.
Wanted, what is Most Wanted?
Howard Stern's
contract with Viacom to end sooner than 2006!
Yes.
Exclamation point.
Right.
I would have respected him a little bit if he just stated his agenda right up front, instead of coming off like he's doing this whole big satellite expose.
Yeah.
So again, what's his GameIndustry.com reviews at GameIndustry.com. If you want to give this guy, maybe you agree with him, so maybe you want to give him some positive feedback. And look at his pictures, because he's a fucking tool.
I was waiting for something better, but sometimes that just works fine.
Dude, it's mind-boggling what an ass this guy is.
Oh,
His name irritates me. Todd Hargosh.
that guy is a what they call a Juliet Delta. No?
I'm trying to...
You didn't get that one?
No.
Wait, a what?
Juliet Delta.
Juliet Delta.
He's
He likes to pick up marshmallows.
a jism dealer.
Oh, jizz drinker.
Jesus. Wow. That deserves a real Carl Careful. Hey, look who it is. Look who it is. It's Bill Carl. You get it? I'm talking about your house.
Bravo Charlie. That's what they call you, right?
Yeah, sure. We're obviously looking at Ben.
Yeah.
That's right.
Hotel Mike.
Tell
Yeah.
HHM.
HM.
No, two H's or one H?
One H.
Oh,
Hotel Mike.
Ben's Hog backwards.
Hog Mighty.
Huge mule.
Oh. Jesus. You're like Pete from Manchester.
Rip off Todd Hargosh's bit. It's failing miserably.
Dude, what are you trying to do? You trying to get Todd Hargosh all angry at us again?
I know.
Please. We've incurred the wrath of... You guys got his firing line once. Do you need that type of caustic writing again? What are you, suicidal?
Take his guff.
Oh, my God. That kid, boy, when he gets upset, stay out of his way. Red-headed nerd coming through. The Empire Strikes Back theme playing behind him.
Wow.
Hey, my hair is sort of red.
No, it's not. Yours is blonde and tussleable. You have a kissable blonde
No,
little head.
it's that kinky red hair that has to be kept short, or else it like, yeah, it's just it looks like it's just been painted.
It's the type of red hair that goes perfectly with brass knuckles.
Right, exactly.
Just makes you angry when you see it. You want to assault the person.